about to record. Oh my gosh, recording.
Started.
There you go.
Do you think it's going to storm? All right, sorry.
Does it say live when you're recording?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's live up in the corner. Can't you see it?
Yeah.
Don't say
Yeah, but it says that when you're live too, so I'm just
Keith, I know you've got a lot of hate, so let's not say any crazy shit, you know what I mean, Keith?
Anyway. How
Why
you
does
doing?
Keith's can say something different than all of ours?
What's up?
Why does Keith's can say something different than all of ours?
No, I think they all said it says all, and his says everyone for some reason.
Okay.
So it's just, I think he just
Come on,
Steven
Steven,
just
what
kind of
the fuck, man? That's weird.
Yeah. Everyone. That's weird. Maybe there is something going on. Maybe that's a different mystery beer, and he's fucking with us. Like there's like a it'd be like a variant.
There's only one
Yeah,
way
yeah.
to find out. We're gonna look really stupid.
Okay, well, you ready to start this for real? Because it hasn't started already.
yeah.
Action.
How you doing, YouTube? Matt's beer review is not really because it's everybody here with a mystery beer. So for those of you who don't know, there is a thing called Beer Tube Palooza. We all were in attendance. So were the FLX guys. But those guys who have everything, like all their shit's on check, they do everything professionally. Yeah, they forgot the beer for the mystery beer, so now we're doing it. Sans them, but also on their StreamYard account, which is even better. It's almost like going to somebody's house to play basketball, and then he just runs away and goes inside his house, and you just stay outside and keep playing ball. So that's what we're doing. We're playing mystery ball with FLX's channel, and a mystery beer courtesy of all our friends, a friend of the stream, friend of the pod, FOP, Steven.
Thank you, Steven.
Thanks, Steven.
I'm excited.
What have you guys done Steven-wise as far as beers? From the box that he gave you, did you go through them all already? I know Nerd Sense guys, you got a box in the mail from him, correct?
Mm-mm.
I thought Steven saying, oh no, that was Max sent you guys a box, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, we did a good amount of Stevens. We did a good amount of the counterweight. There's still some downstairs. We kind of made sure we did the IPAs first. But I think there's still a couple more down there. There was a lot in the box.
Yeah.
Yes, same here. I didn't review most of it. I reviewed like 2 or 3 because I drank most of it in September and I wasn't doing my reviews yet. So I just went through whatever was an IPA and I needed to drink. So
I think I have like a couple more beers left from him, but I've reviewed most of them. I think there were 1 or 2 that I didn't review, but yeah.
Wait, I thought Kyle was going to join in too, or did he nix that?
Kyle messaged me. He said something happened. He said if we wanted to wait, we could, but otherwise we got to get going because.
Oh, okay. I did not know that. So yeah, I was running around.
FLX.
The what?
I said he can do it with FLX if he doesn't make it.
Yeah, there you go. That would be good.
that's
And
great idea.
yeah, so we're gonna dive into this mystery beer. It's been a while since it was dropped off of Beer Tube Palooza. Was in August. We are now almost at Thanksgiving, and I am excited to drink it. So
Yeah.
we're just gonna dive right in, right? Let's go. Let's do it to it. Classic paper stylings. As you can notice here, Keith gets a special edition. I don't know why Keith gets the special edition, because all of ours say all, but Keith says everyone. So.
And I got to keep it real. We're all honest with our reviews. I can see a black label underneath or a dark blue or something through mine. So
I couldn't. You could have kept that to yourself, though. But now, spoiler.
I don't. What does that mean? Doesn't mean anything to anybody.
Now it's in my head, and now
Okay.
So it's a black label. It's going to be Speedway then, right?
Pouring out. Yep, totally, 100%.
Or Sierra Narwhal or Narwhal or Sierra Nevada, something.
Well, maybe
Narwhal.
Steven should have wrapped it better. No, I'm right.
I mean, there's dark, but then there's like when the head is almost as dark as the beer dark.
yeah,
That's dark.
Yeah, that's crazy.
the head is dissipating fairly quickly as well.
Yes.
There are sheets of alcohol legs, alcohol sheets.
Yeah.
That's just tons of all the alcohol on the side of the glass.
Yeah, definitely. It's like blue blockers from back in the day.
Yeah, actually, one of the beers that I have from Steven that I have not drunk yet is a 2019 Normal Bourbon Barrel.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it'd be really funny if he gave it to all of us as a mystery beer and then just gave me another one.
That would be
He's been known to do that, by the way. 'Cause I think I did a couple mystery beers that you guys got that were non-mystery beers. like in the box. So
Yes,
he had a
yes.
bunch of mystery beers for me. He had more for me than he did for you guys, and a bunch of the beers that you got weren't that weren't mystery beers for you guys ended up being mystery beers for me. So it's
Yeah.
not beyond the pale there. So, but I mean, it looks obviously we're dealing with Kolsch, and it's just the
Cream
clearest beer, and yeah, it's motor oil basically.
It's Jenny's new cream ale right here. Dry hop.
There you go.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I'm getting the vapors.
nice.
that's fudgy and chocolatey.
Yeah, it is.
But it's not as big, and I thought it was going to be like a punch in the face, and it's not though. It's a little bit more reserved.
It's fucking
Yeah.
boozy to me though. It's
Yeah.
definitely boozy.
Oh yeah.
I'm getting alcohol first, and then I'm getting this like chocolate thing, chocolate fudgy
Mhm.
brownie kind of thing.
It's definitely a brownie batter kind of vibe throughout the
Yeah,
whole thing.
that's
That's
what I'm
predominantly
saying.
what it is.
It's
Yeah.
it's like a pastry s type of feel, but I don't think this is kind of like a super pastry stout or anything. It just has that like real fudgy brownie batter thing going on, which is
Yeah.
it smells awesome.
Is anyone deciphering or not deciphering, distinguishing? Like, is that alcohol just alcohol, or is that spirit as well? Because it's coming off just alcohol for me.
Yeah, it's like ethanol rubbing alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could tell
I
this
get-
is a big fucking beer.
I get none of that, literally. But my nose is hot garbage.
Well, I mean, also, immaculate palates for some, not for all.
Yeah.
I'm saying yours is better than ours. I'm not saying ours is better than yours. There's no way. There's only
Yeah,
one
to me-
person in the world that thinks mine's better. So
Yeah, based off of the nose. I mean, based off of the look, when I looked at it, I'm like, it's going to be a big, huge beer, possibly barrel-aged behemoth. Based off of the nose, I would go easily sub double digits on this. I would go like 7 to 8% on the nose. Now that could definitely change on the taste, but for me, it doesn't come off as a huge, gigantic
Yeah.
beer.
This comes off like it's 15%.
yeah,
I'm going like 11, 12,
yeah.
like higher
Yeah,
ABV.
this is boozy.
This is punching me right in
Maybe
the
I have COVID now or something. I don't know.
Well, let's hope not. Let's hope that's not a
And
thing.
just for the sake of mystery beers, I am getting a slight like nutty, like peanut buttery thing. But sometimes I've gotten that in just regular stouts, and I've gotten that with like coffee stouts as well.
I can see a generic nuttiness. I wouldn't specify peanut butter for myself, but I can see a little bit of that in there.
I can see it. Almost
Yeah.
like
Yeah. It's the softest for me. It's a soft lactose and a brownie batter, and brownie batter, not brownies. Like you can get it that it's still kind of like non-cooked brownie batter.
Yeah, for sure. This reminds me of like a. Never mind, I'm not gonna say it. I don't want to name that brewery on camera.
cheers.
Which
later.
one? It's not.
There's
Who
like
knows?
8,300 of them. I don't know.
Yeah.
Cheers.
We're gonna get into it then.
Cheers.
Thanks, Steven.
Cheers, boys. Thanks, Steven.
Cheers.
That's a big beer. On the back end, there's alcohol. It's not
Yeah.
astringent or anything. I don't think. You can tell it's a big fucking beer.
There's a slight astringency for
Yeah,
me.
it's slight, maybe slight.
I think this is hot garbage.
You sure you don't have COVID?
No, because I could taste everything. It just tastes like super duper, super sweet. Then slightly overly roasty, and then it's that astringent, slightly metallic thing, and alcohol. Like it's not like, to me, it's all separate. It's like you mixed Hershey syrup with milk and put vodka in it, and then put some like coffee powder in it or something.
I'm getting the sweetness you mentioned, which isn't. I don't think it's overly sweet. It's like just kind of, for me, it's enough. And then that roastiness, I think the roastiness actually cuts through the sweetness to kind of make it a little bit more bearable for me. And then astringency, I get like booziness on the back end. I don't know if I would call it astringent, but the booze isn't really barrely. It's still that
Yeah.
ethanol from the nose.
There's like a man. I don't know if it's barrel aged, but there's a tannin-esque kind of quality on the back of my palate, like you get from a barrel. But I'm not really getting like bourbon, like no vanilla, no actual, spirit. It's just like the tannins you would get from the barrel, like that kind of dryness for me.
I was gonna say there's like that bitterness kind of reminds me of like a really, really oversteeped like black tea or something. Because it doesn't really come off like wood to me, like you're saying, but
It's for me, it's really dry in the back of the palate, dry and bitter, like moderately bitter.
I'm actually minus the actual comment of hot garbage, I'm sort of a Matt here. I think there's a few things that are sort of battling and not really kind of working together. It's mostly okay, but it's not to me that special.
It comes off like every flavor and everything is individual in and of itself. It's not cohesive. It's not working together. It's not one rounded beverage. It's like I'm getting this, I'm getting this, I'm getting this, and then getting this, and it's all been mixed together as opposed to being cohesive. And that's why I'm going to sit here and say hot garbage. I'm drinking. It's no Secret Savages. You know what I mean? Like being a little bit
yeah,
exaggerated.
There's not many beers like that, according to like 3 people that I know. So I would say, I'm not saying it's hot garbage. I don't mind it. I just think I would want like 3 to 4 ounces of this, maybe like 6 ounces max, just because that astringent kind of alcohol / bitterness / tannin thing at the back of the palate is not just doing it for me. So the finish is kind of ruining this beer for me right now. Not completely ruining it, but almost completely ruining it.
If
What do you?
go
Go ahead.
Just if I dip out, it's because it just started pouring here.
Bye, Keith. I'm just preemptively saying it.
Yeah, it is way too sweet for me. It is very much like Hershey syrup. You know.
I don't think it's that cold.
I agree with Sean. I don't think it's overly crazy.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that sweet, but it's sweet. But like Joe said and other people alluded to, there is a bitterness. There's not a bitterness. There's a roastiness in combination with that super high alcohol that dries everything out. It's like, it's like that not a stringent thing, but that dryness, which we usually attribute to like a yeasty thing or a fully attenuated, like no sweetness kind of thing. It's literally the alcohol is evaporating everything off of your tongue, so it's coming off super dry.
For me, it's like you got done with a popsicle and you're licking the stick. For me, like on the back.
Yeah. That's a great descriptor. Yeah.
Very interesting. Anyone get lactose? I'm thinking lactose and maybe some coffee.
I wouldn't say I'm getting lactose, but I know there's lactose in here. It's like everything else is so aggressive that it's hard to get it. But there's a sweetness here that can't be green.
Yeah,
and the beer is very like for me like soft and smooth and creamy. So I feel like the lactose would be adding to that as well. So that the body is pretty big too. I don't really talk about it.
It's relatively big. Like that's the first thing I noticed when I took my first sip.
There is like this. Actually, I think I have more beers from Steven than I remember. Because there's another beer that he sent me that I haven't drank yet, and it has marshmallow in it. And like you guys are talking about lactose, and like there is like I don't know. There is like this. It doesn't taste like marshmallows, but there is like like when you eat just a marshmallow and it's like dry and it like whatever. But I'm getting like kind of that kind of thing. But that could just be everything else that is drying.
Man, it's so boozy, like into my chest and in my stomach. It's fucking like burning now. It's kind of weird for me.
Like I haven't eaten lunch yet, and I can just like feel it. Just like,
it's just like coating the stomach in alcohol, and you're like, oh, please stop.
I'll go on record and saying I don't think it has this like beautiful lush mouthfeel that you guys are talking about. I think it has this little bit of softness, but then immediately finishes watery.
See, for me, it's pretty. Maybe on the finish it kind of does that, but like up front, it's pretty smooth and creamy for me. Like, and the body's bigger. But then, soon as like mid to like 2/3 of the way through the palate, that's where that dryness hits, and everything just fucking takes a dip off a cliff. That's what happens for me.
Yeah.
I hope we all have similar though different beers because that'd be really funny.
That would be cool.
No, I'll tell you this. Not only do we have the similar beer, if this isn't, I know what this brewery is already.
Oh, do tell.
Oh, well, it's easy to figure out, to be perfectly honest with you. For me, it would be because it came from Steven. There's 4 cans, or 6 cans, technically. And it was, we all got beer from him the first time. If this is not a Tox beer, I will be surprised. If this is not like a 14.3% Imperial pastry stout from Tox with like dark cacao and lactose in it, I'd be surprised.
So he gave me a beer and I reviewed it, one of my first beers coming back from Tox. And it was, I don't know if you guys want to know the specifically beer, unless you care, but
yeah, go ahead.
It was their crude, their s'mores. I don't know if that would be here, but it could be. And it was better when I was drinking it, but I do have this a little bit colder. I didn't take it out of the fridge. But as it's opening up, it's not getting much better.
Is there? You guys are getting vanilla too, right?
Yeah, I get a little bit.
Yeah,
like,
well, that's a lactose. I mean, lactose, vanilla, or marshmallow, like that's kind of like it's all.
Because I asked that because the other beer that he sent me that has marshmallow in it is vanilla, marshmallow, and cacao nibs, and it's a 10% in pastry stout kind of thing. I don't think it has lactose in it though. But
If it's the beer that he gave me, which it probably isn't, but if it is, maybe that dryness and like that tannin thing might be cinnamon. I think there was cinnamon in that beer. But I
Unless
don't.
it's
I don't
really
think so.
old. I don't think so because
Well-
cinnamon fresh comes off like cinnamon, but cinnamon old for me comes off like soda.
Well, you got to remember this is at least 3 months old, and I
Yeah.
believe that one he gave to me was like when I reviewed it in late September was like 3 or 4 months old. So this might be like 6
Uh-oh.
months old, if it's that beer.
It is 6 months old.
Is it?
well, since we're looking at the date,
oh, there is a date on it.
Oh, there is.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, five something. Five.
Oh no,
527?
mine's completely rubbed off.
All right, so-
527.
So we know we all have the same beer then at that point.
Mine's
So-
Yeah,
rubbed
5.
off.
Unless he went around and found different imperial stouts that were canned,
Or
on the
he
same
bought a can printer and rubbed all them off and printed them on.
That sounds like something
That makes
Steven would
sense.
do.
That's more
based on
likely.
my interactions with him. 100%. That's what he do. So,
So what do you guys think it is? What do you guys think this is?
I'm thinking a 12% imperial stout with chocolate.
I'm going to say 11.2% coffee, lactose, some type of barrel, Scotch. Okay.
I'm gonna.
Oh,
I'm gonna.
there you go.
Oh,
No, go ahead.
I was
No,
gonna
you're on
say
top.
it's plus 12. I'm gonna say 13. And I think it has some sort of. I don't know. I'm gonna say cacao nibs and vanilla.
God damn it.
That's what I'm gonna say.
I'm 12% imperial stout, some kind of chocolate, probably cocoa nibs, vanilla, and I'm gonna say some kind of spice in there. I don't know. I just fucking change it up so I'm not the exact same as Keith. I'll say cinnamon, just because.
I'm 14.3. It is a 14.3% imperial stout with. There's definitely coffee in there. I'm gonna tell you that right now because it tastes like that cup that coffee, the next day coffee that's set on the burner all night long. Like that, like that's where I think the astringency is coming from, like an
Yeah.
aged kind of coffee. So it's a lactose with vanilla, coffee, and chocolate imperial stout from Tox Brewing.
I'm not gonna change what I said, but I was also gonna say coffee. But
I was not.
No,
gonna say
yeah.
coffee.
I'm sticking to my vanilla and cacao nibs.
I wouldn't have said coffee until I read the date.
Holy shit.
Did you guys?
Oh, you guys are hanging out this weekend?
I had no idea.
Did you guys?
Mike, you
Did
son
you
of a
guys
gun.
need another can of this? Yeah, was there enough or no?
Who is that? Is that Mike from FLX Beer Reviews?
Hey, are we recording? What's going on?
Is
Come
Kyle
on,
Kyle already drunk? Are we recording?
Oh yeah, you're here too. Yay! Hi, Shanice, hi.
You can come say hi.
You want to say hi?
We saw her for a half second if she's camera shy. We already saw her.
Sorry.
So yeah, let's do it. Well, here, Kyle,
Hey,
review it. Let's go. Pop it.
are we recording?
Let's
All right.
Yeah.
COVID.
Nobody's saying anything. Nothing. Yeah.
I get some chocolate. Is it like a milk stout? Maybe it's not that sweet, but it has like that. A little woodsy, but not barrel aged. How far along in this process are you guys?
We
We're
are
done.
We're
We
about
just named what we thought it was.
we're about done.
Garbage. Mike agrees with him. It doesn't think it's hot garbage. Joe, Keith, and I kind of like it.
I like this beer.
Yeah.
So I do get a little bit of it's syrupy. I get a little bit of oak, so I do think it's barrel aged. My guess is probably 14.5% barrel aged stout with cacao. With cinnamon,
Is it Joe?
Oh,
maybe a
Kyle.
cinnamon. All right,
Kyle. Yeah. No.
cool. 3 hours in the car, walked in, guess this, let's do this thing. All right.
It was really sweet.
Oh,
I'm glad the surprise wasn't
guy
really
from
That's for
Trillium? I have no idea.
Now here, and I need to stop for 1 second. Y'all, like Kyle wrote saying, "Hey, I can't make it right because something's up." You guys knew you was coming up there. Why don't you just tell us?
I knew.
I didn't.
That's what I'm saying. You're trying to hold on to the surprise. You could be like, "Oh no, dude, he's driving 3 hours. We can wait 20 minutes."
It's still surprising.
It surprised me.
Oh, okay.
Sean didn't know.
I didn't know.
Sean didn't invite me. Mike did.
I think this is the best way to do it.
That sounds about right.
Yeah,
That tracks.
Mike invited me to Sean's house. Yeah.
We should make Kyle post this on his channel where he's only in the last like.
That's even better.
I'm super excited where the FLX guys are, but I don't want to make it any longer than the video already is.
Yeah, whose house are they showing up to?
Yeah.
Oh well, I have an unopened. I'll just pretend like I've never had it.
We'll
before.
explain it to you after.
All right, so can we?
So Kyle, just so you know, what happened to the FLX guys is exactly what you did. Basically, you drove all the way to their house, but imagine you forgot the beer.
Yeah.
Oh!
So Mike drove all the way to Dan's house and forgot the beer.
Nice.
Literally forgot it, and then he's like, if you guys don't want, wait an hour," and everyone's like, "It's not."
Yeah.
Ready to wrap it?
Yeah, let's
Right.
fucking not do it.
Oh, ridiculous!
Yeah, you fucking.
You make the mess, so I can blame you.
Yeah.
Oh, is this
Is
top?
this industrial arts?
You said it was a black can, but
Oh,
it's
timber ales.
I said
Phase
dark black or
three,
dark blue.
timber
Wait, we have
ale.
different beers? No.
It reminded me of
I said that or
the
dark blue.
of their the
Strawberry.
I know
It's got
Landscapes.
strawberry in it.
Vanilla,
Guess
strawberry,
who's the
brown
closest?
nibs, and strawberry.
I don't know.
I don't get strawberry at all.
What's the ABV on it is the question.
I went in fruit, but I didn't.
Of course, now that it's in my head, I get it.
Yeah.
12%. Oh god, I was so close. I want to just fucking.
Well. No, pump the brakes here.
Oh,
Why?
phase 3.
Look at who distributes the beer. That might just be for marketing purposes.
The collaboration with phase 3.
Who's phase 3?
They're out of Chicago.
Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah,
Alright,
phase
so-
3.
This is so funny because when Katie and I lived in the apartment in Hackettstown, the liquor store right there would always get like beers from like Timber Ales and stuff because they're distributed by who are they distributed by?
12%.
12%, yeah.
All right, so we all said
Um,
Imperial Stout. Oh my god.
And one time I saw this and I went home and I was like, oh, they have this Imperial Stout with strawberries and vanilla and cacao nibs, but it's like $30 a 4-pack.
Holy shit.
And so we never got it. It was awesome.
Once you know it's
I get
strawberry,
the, I get the yeah, I get the strawberry thing now, yeah.
You're not wrong.
No lactose though.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
No,
I would have put money on this big stout.
I the lactose vanilla.
Just because
I
they
don't
don't, just because they don't write, put it on there doesn't mean it's not in there.
All right, so
I'm being dead serious. I'm not like trying to be like a dick.
Yeah.
know. Keith and I were the closest. Good job, Keith.
doesn't put it on there.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, if you're gonna put an adjunct and not label it, lactose is that adjunct for some reason.
Is the shots fired by?
Let's put it this way. Keith, chug that and let us know how you feel in a couple hours. How about that?
Like,
For
what-
real.
Like
Of all of them, it's the one that
Well,
should be sold
he
the
stays
most.
Now-
my day's all messed up and I'm in the bathroom the whole time.
So
well, because that strawberry thing now that I know that it's strawberry, it
Yeah.
kind of is that marshmallow thing that I was talking about, and I don't know.
See, I'd say I confused the strawberry with the coffee thing I was talking about. Because when I think like when I get weird fruity stuff
Weird.
off and wrong, it's usually because coffee can be green sometimes, a little bit fruity. So when I get a fruit, if I say coffee, I think it's coffee, but it's old. Because I wasn't going to say coffee, like I said, I wasn't going to say coffee until I knew it was older. I was like, okay, with it being 6 months old, I think it's like an old age kind of coffee thing. I think that's where the strawberry came from.
yeah, strawberry went sideways. Not like in like a super negative way, but it's just like there's no way I'm telling you it's strawberry in this. Just none.
You're not getting it at all now that you know that it's in there.
I mean, I could try to look for it, but I'd be bullshitting. I don't really get it. No,
I honestly don't want to drink any more of it. So
I probably
drinking
shouldn't.
Pilsner.
But anyway, to recap, this is called Chasing
Chasing the Chaos.
It is an imperial stout brewed with vanilla beans, cocoa nibs, and strawberry. 12%. So Keith and I both said 12%.
I said
Right?
13.
Mike said
fuck.
12. I said 11 too.
Mike said 12. Well, who else said vanilla and chocolate? Was it? I know Keith did. I know I did.
I said chocolate.
I'd say chocolate as well.
Well, we're not going to anticipate you ever saying vanilla ever in a blind beer review.
There's no vanilla in this beer. Yeah.
Never gonna happen. Nobody said strawberry because
Nobody ever would.
no.
Dark beers like this, like stouts, can have a berry component. I wouldn't have pulled strawberry.
Yeah.
I
But
will.
wine, sure. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
I will say I'm not surprised that Matt and I think it was Mike went a bit higher in ABV because this drink's higher than 12%.
Yeah.
I said 12% just because so many of these canned like imperial stouts rarely go above that. But like if you said 14, like yeah, dude, it's fucking burning my chest and my stomach. This is like a big boozy fucking beer. Like it's hurting me right now. I'm hurt.
Well, here's and that's the thing. Like the lactose comment I made, that's not like a joke. Like there's so many breweries put it in and they don't tell people, especially on the IPA side of things for mouthfeel purposes.
Yep.
But at the same time, also ABV is bullshit too, as we know, not just from the slushy stuff. Like they have to time they're slapping an ABV on there for the sake of putting an ABV on it. You know what I mean? Like unless they're honestly half the time these people aren't even making the beers together and they're probably not even testing the original gravity. And if they're not, then they can't tell what the fucking ABV is. So they're like, it's probably 12%. So and they're like, wait, we're distributed by 12%. Let's just put 12% on it. That kind of makes sense.
Well, it's like they make the recipe to hit 12%, but whether or not they actually hit 12% is if they're like you said, if they're not measuring the gravity and whatnot. But,
I'm gonna stand by my original comment of I don't hate this beer. I know.
Yeah.
Mike and Matt said, you know, Matt said hot garbage. Mike said not as much hot garbage, but not a huge fan. I don't mind this beer, but like I said, you know those little 8-ounce cans they do now some places.
Yes.
Like, that's what I want this in.
And that's exactly what I was going to say is as a opposite of the 8-ounce can. This is a Beer Tube Palooza. All of us crack one can and drink it together kind of beer.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
Thanks, Steven, but also fuck you, man.
Yeah, I'm curious. Just like, why would you put strawberry in a beer, but then make it like this bitter mess of a thing? I don't know.
I don't think this beer drinks right now what it will drink like 6 months ago.
Oh, yeah.
What
not,
they're going
but,
for here is a Neapolitan.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
ice cream
Yeah.
imperial stuff. That's what they're doing. So they did not hit the nail on the head, at least from what we're drinking.
that or you know they're going for chocolate covered strawberries kind of thing.
It could be
maybe.
that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's something like that. But regardless, I think this beer was
No strawberry.
different. Was it better when it came out 6 months ago? But I mean, with all the shit going on in here, let's put it this way: poo on Steven saying time does not matter on this beer. I think he was a little bit off on that one.
Steven, thank you very much, but for the second time, fuck you, man.
I forgot
Yep.
Come on,
to
man.
say that.
No, really cool, Steven Hooker. This was cool, but
Yeah.
no strawberry.
I'm glad I got to. I'm glad I. Oh jeez. I'm glad I finally got to try this.
You glad you got
Why?
some beer in your
Why?
forehead?
Fucking all over his face. piece.
Oh,
Fuck.
now everybody knows my plan. After I get off this live stream,
Oh,
I'm just gonna bathe in this.
Bukkake stouts. Yeah, this is going on my channel.
This is totally going on Kyle's channel. Kyle's talking for 30 seconds and nothing else like the rest of the stream.
They got safe for work. In the time.
People are going to be watching like 20 minutes in and be like, where the fuck is Kyle?
Yeah.
What happened to him?
Why is this on his channel?
Yeah, it's not a live stream. What's happening?
Well, let's end it with this. Mystery beers, like you guys all been doing them for quite some time now. Like, do you feel like it makes you a better beer drinker? Like, or do you feel like you get inside your own head sometimes and it makes you kind of second guess yourself like 8 billion times to where you get wrong? Like you have it's almost like a batter or a golfer who goes on streaks of hotness. Like you're like, my palate's awesome. That's how I feel. I'm like, oh, I'm getting everything right. And all of a sudden I start overthinking shit to the 9th degree. And then I'm like, yeah, I talk myself into this.
I think in the midst of the actual whodunit beer reviews, in the midst of that, I get in my own head a lot. But I think it makes me not a better beer tuber, clearly not. But I think it enhances my palate when I'm drinking things that have like maple in it or whatever. It's come off so different in like mystery beers that like I kind of know now what to expect from say like maple. I think it's made my palate better from that aspect. But in the midst of the actual reviews themselves, I get my own head a lot because you're like, oh, could it be this? Oh shit, it's this. And then your brain's like, well, what should be? Should you say what's in your heart or what do you think? And it's like, I don't know. It's a struggle. The struggle is real.
Yeah.
I'd say both because like it does make you better because like I think, but it does, you do get in your own head. You get like super anxiety over like maybe I'm going to mess this up. Am I going to look stupid? But like I think it definitely helps with like, you know, getting your palate acclimated. acclimated.
I think it keeps you humble because there are times.
Oh yeah,
There are times when you say things and do it.
and you're so confident in it too.
Yeah,
Well, I was like lactose. Oh, you know that one.
yeah. It makes you humble.
But don't like, and maybe this is just me, but I almost, and I say almost, get as much joy out of fucking it up completely as I do nailing it. Like nailing it's great.
Oh, yeah.
When I just like totally screw the pooch, I'm like, that's pretty awesome. And I fucked all this up.
I think I like nailing it and getting it wrong like equally for different reasons. Like nailing it's awesome. When you nail something, you're like fucking immaculate palette, just fantastic.
Yeah.
Then you miss it, you're like, God damn, it was terrible. What was I thinking? I think for the viewer, when you miss it, it's fantastic. They love that.
Yeah,
They look at you like, oh, Mr. Beer Tuber guy, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like I never did. I don't know what you're talking
yeah.
about.
There are beer reviews on YouTube.
Yeah, never claimed I did. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, so we wanted to not a super long stream, but we do want to do it live. It's only 31 minutes long. No big deal, guys.
Half an hour. Are we just gonna? Oh, Keith's not here. We can't do it. Anyway, I was gonna be like, let's just crack that barley wine and keep it going. But the Sean barley wine.
Well, that would have been
That-
smart. Actually.
What?
That would have been smart.
Yeah.
Didn't think of that.
Yeah. But I forgot. Keith's got to be here because UPS is the best. Anyway,
Or his,
there you go.
or Sean's packing skills a little subpar.
Oh, shots fired.
Hey, this package is all
That's,
right.
That did not.
That's right.
Why do you think Kyle drives 3 hours?
Wow, that's all the reason.
I don't want Sean to send me any beers because I get the impression that when if he sends me any bottles and they come here intact, a UPS driver is just gonna break down my door and just smash the bottles to pieces.
Well, I guess I'll just put all those smoke away that I was going to send you. All right, whatever.
I'm trying to question why isn't Keith at Plan B right now doing this from there, like on his
That's what
phone?
I'm talking about. What's going on right
I was
now?
like, maybe I'll just do it in the car on the way there.
Oh.
He didn't say that's just a green screen, and he took a picture of his room.
Did you guys see? Did you guys see the guy with the green screen at I think it was the Buffalo Bills game?
Yes.
Oh,
I saw
no,
it was
no,
Marcel,
no.
right?
Yeah, it's some dude who's doing a Zoom work meeting,
Yeah.
but he taped a green screen behind him, and he's eating hot dogs and drinking beer. He's at the Bills game, but he's on mute, so it's looks like he's at his office, but he's just like, oh yeah.
Oh, hopefully it wasn't the Jaguars game. Oh god.
So everybody, tell everybody not just where you're from, channel wise, but also where they can send mystery beers to you and how they would reach out to you if they were.
You want to put our address on the internet?
No, I mean email. You don't have to give your phone number and address. Yeah, it's stuff like that. Start with Jack.
Matt wants to dox ourselves.
He does. He does. You can find me, the Beer Patrol, on YouTube. If you would like to send some whodunit beer reviews to me, Instagram, you can hit me up.
The
on
RC
that.
Cola beer or mystery beers.
Yeah, RC Cola.
Or-
Fuck it.
I don't know if it's RC Cola or just what is it? The other one?
Whatever. I don't know. RC Cola,
Crystal Club.
RC Cola
Crystal Club.
shits on everyone. Anyway, Instagram, Untapped. Send me a message if you want to send something my way. I'm totally. Beauty thing, Matt always says that the only way for us to really do mystery / whodunit / blind / whatever you want to call them is people have to send or give them to us. It's the only way. So if you want to see more, it's the way to do it.
The prompt was just to say your channel and where to get in contact with you, Joe. No Hype beer reviews, Instagram, or my email is in my channel.
Nobody cares, Kyle.
I mean, I think people care that I just saved them a bunch of time not rambling.
This is a 33 fucking minute video. Nobody cares, Kyle.
The OBJ, the Odell Beckham of beer tube right up there.
And you can find us nerdsense.net, Sean at nerdsense.net, or Mike at nerdsense.net. We'll get to both of us, or just DM us on Instagram or Facebook.
Yeah.
And Matt's just trolling us now with dry hop Jenny Cream. But anyways, keep going.
Just a side note. The thing that the can was on before was a.
Oh, I noticed, Keith. I noticed.
These guys have no chill with that stuff. Unbelievable.
93 Lumber on YouTube. I know it's a new thing. So
Spell it out.
it's YOUTUBE. YouTube.
And we would be remiss
Holy shit.
remiss
Holy shit.
if we did not mention FLX Beer Reviews, who wasn't here but we're using their
Thank you for letting
services
us
for the-
This was
thank you for the
Yeah.
full HD.
Yeah, thanks
and
for the
also-
grossness.
And also, one question before we all definitely leave. Is it a thumbs up or thumbs down on Dan complaining about not getting Jenny Cream Ale when he lives in the same fucking city as the brewery that makes it? Like, I can't find it anywhere. Go to the goddamn brewery, dude. You like live in Rochester, go to it.
Yeah.
So I don't live. I don't live any. Like I'm
Narragansett
away.
doesn't have to have Narragansett
I was
lager.
the first one I got it.
Yes.
So I'm
Yeah.
totally I'm done with that.
So
But that's what I'm
Joe,
saying.
so Joe, how far is Dan from the brewery? Because you're you're further
yeah,
away,
he's
right?
probably like maybe max 45 minutes, but yeah, I'm at least double away from him. And I walked in the brew. I had dinner at the brew house, and then I went like when I walked in, I was like, I didn't see any Jenny Cream Ale, and they're like, oh, you don't even have the brewery. And I'm like, I'll check on the way out. There is just 12 packs everywhere. Like it was like Christmas for Jenny fucking dry hop cream. I was like, oh my god! I was like, I'm just buying one. But yeah, it was. Here's the thing though. Would you pay for that, Keith? Because we just want this to go as long as possible.
It was like $10, $8.
Okay. At
$8,
the
$10
fucking brewery, it was $10.49. I'm like, come on, Jenny.
Oh, I paid. I bought another 12 pack on when was it? On Thursday. It was $9.99.
Yeah,
Like
I was
out the door, no tax.
I was like, give me back my 50 cents, you fuckers. Like, give me it right now. Like, what are you doing? No, it's also that we all got it except for the people who live the closest to it. So.
And guys.
That's what they do, anyways.
Well,
It's not like Kyle lives next to a distributor that has it and he brought a bunch up for them.
I
It's in your bag.
didn't.
what a fucking terrible friend. What a terrible friend.
Also, I should say that if Dan lives 45 minutes from the brewery, I personally had to drive more than 45 minutes to find it.
That's true.
That is true.
That's true.
That's true.
But to be fair, on the flip side of things, Keith will drive. Keith has been pulling at my heartstrings to drive to Detroit just to drink one Rosh beer and turn back,
yeah, I mean that's
or
Keith.
Michigan. So,
The fact that he drank
Oh
like
no, Minnesota.
Minnesota. Sorry.
the fact that he drove like an hour or more for a cream ale and it wasn't a fucking some kind of smoke beer just blows my mind. Like I didn't think that's possible. But
I did buy a smoke beer while I was
Okay, makes sense.
So
Thank you. Oh, what'd you buy? Which one was it?
Do we need to end the
some-
broadcast?
It was at
It's just gonna keep going for.
it was at
Oh no, it could be over now. Like that's the thing.
Yeah,
we
true.
edit it
Mystery
and
beer
end it
earlier
and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is just us having fun now.
dude, Kyle, if you don't post this on your channel, I'm gonna fight you.
We can cut this up into like 3 really good videos. Yeah.
Well,
No, 3. We could cut this up into 3 videos.
Yeah.
I did that one for you.
I think put gross in front of that would be appropriate. 3 gross videos.
Fair point.
my first stop out because I was going out to PA with Shangy's. So they have like weird imported stuff. So I found a Norwegian smoked ale. That's literally what it's called. Just
If somebody
smoked
was to say, I found a Norwegian smoked ale, and I had one guess of who it was,
Einstock? I don't know.
no, it's some weird thing. I don't know. Wait, do I have it right here?
I'm shutting down the broadcast. We're done. We're done here.
Oh yeah, here.
Hi everyone.
Goodbye.
Nobody's